Most forests feel peaceful at night. Black Hollow Forest didn't. The moment we crossed the rusted ranger gate, it felt like the woods already knew we were there. Not metaphorically, not emotionally, physically. Like thousands of unseen eyes were following the truck through the trees. Even now, months after escaping that place, I still can't sleep with windows uncovered after midnight. Sometimes I hear footsteps circling my apartment building at exactly 2:13 a.m. Sometimes I wake up hearing branches scraping against the walls 12 floors above the street. And sometimes, when my room is completely dark, I hear Tyler's voice whispering from somewhere inside the apartment. Even though Tyler never came back from Black Hollow, the same thing happened inside the forest. The same night the woods started copying our voices. The same night we discovered something moving beneath the roots. But back then, before we entered Black Hollow, none of us understood any of that yet. Back then, we still thought this would become another overnight paranormal investigation video. Another creepy abandoned location. Another easy viral upload. That illusion died the moment we saw the first figure standing between the trees. Because Black Hollow Forest wasn't empty. Something was living inside those woods. Something ancient. Something intelligent. And whatever moved beneath the forest floor had been hunting there for a very long time. Black Hollow Forest sat deep inside Oregon, nearly 60 miles from the nearest town. No nearby houses, no gas stations, no radio towers. Just endless pine trees stretching across mountains beneath permanent cloud cover. Even during daytime, the forest felt darker than normal. Sunlight barely reached the ground through the massive trees. The deeper people walked into Black Hollow, the quieter the world became. No birds, no insects, nothing. Locals avoided the forest completely after sunset. Not because of bears, because people disappeared there. Campers, hunters, hikers, even park rangers. Most vanishings connected to the same restricted section deep inside the woods. Sector 14. Official forest records describe the area as environmentally unstable after landslides during the 1990s. But former rangers use another name entirely, the Listening Woods. Nobody knew where the nickname started. But according to old ranger interviews, everyone working inside Black Hollow understood exactly what it meant. People entering Sector 14 eventually started hearing voices. At first, distant whispers between trees, then clearer conversations. Then eventually, the forest started using familiar voices. Dead relatives, friends, missing people. At first, authorities blamed stress and isolation. Until trained park rangers started hearing the voices too. Then things became worse. Campers reported trails changing direction overnight, trees appearing where paths once existed, entire campsites disappearing by morning. Then came October 1998. The night Black Hollow officially became restricted forever. Storms knocked out communications across the forest around 2:13 a.m. A ranger team investigating strange lights inside Sector 14 stopped responding shortly afterward. When rescue crews entered the woods at sunrise, every ranger was gone. Not attacked, gone. Vehicles untouched. Weapons still loaded. Search dogs refusing to continue deeper into the forest. The only thing discovered near the final campsite was a massive circle of footprints surrounding the area. Bare human footprints. Hundreds of them. And carved into dozens of trees nearby. The same sentence appeared over and over again. It walks below roots. After that night, Black Hollow Forest shut down permanently, at least officially. But locals still reported lights moving through the trees after midnight, shadow figures appearing between trunks. And if anyone entered Sector 14 after dark, they often returned describing voices inside the forest. Voices pretending to be loved ones. Voices trying to lure people deeper into the woods. Voices begging for help from somewhere underground. That should have stopped us completely. But Tyler only saw views. This place is perfect. The first time he showed us old ranger reports online, Marcus immediately laughed. This sounds fake as hell. Lisa stayed quiet, which worried me immediately. Lisa normally joked during investigations, but after researching Black Hollow, she looked genuinely disturbed. 3 nights before the trip, we gathered inside Tyler's apartment, reviewing forest reports online. Rain hammered the city outside, while thunder rolled across distant buildings. Tyler edited thumbnail concepts already. Marcus searched for roads leading into Oregon. Lisa kept reading recovered ranger journals silently. Then suddenly, she froze. Marcus noticed first. "What?" Lisa slowly turned her laptop toward us. An old newspaper article filled the screen. Oregon search team vanishes inside Black Hollow. Tyler leaned closer immediately. "What happened?" Lisa swallowed hard. No bodies were found. Silence. Marcus frowned. How does an entire rescue team disappear? Lisa opened another article. And another. And another. Every few years. People vanished inside Black Hollow Forest. Hunters. Campers. Treasure seekers. Even police officers. Most connected to Sector 14. Then Lisa opened one final document. A ranger journal recovered during the 1998 investigation. Most pages were ruined by water damage, except for several sentences repeated throughout the notebook. Don't follow the voices. The trees move after midnight. It knows who you miss most. Nobody joked after that, because Lisa's expression looked completely serious. Then she quietly added, "The ranger who wrote this disappeared the next day." Silence filled the apartment. Then Tyler smiled nervously. "So?" Marcus looked at him. "So what?" Tyler grinned. "This is our biggest video ever." Lisa immediately shook her head. "No." Tyler frowned. "No what?" "We shouldn't go there." Marcus looked surprised. Lisa never backed out of investigations before. Ever. Even abandoned prisons didn't scare her. But Black Hollow clearly terrified her. Tyler laughed awkwardly. "You really think haunted trees are stealing people?" Lisa stared directly at him. "No." Then her voice dropped lower. "I think something underground learned how to sound human." And suddenly, the room felt colder. Nobody slept much after that conversation. But curiosity always wins. Especially online. Especially when fear becomes entertainment. 3 days later, we loaded cameras into Marcus's truck and drove toward Oregon. At first, everything felt normal. Traffic, gas stations, music through speakers. Then slowly, the world changed. Cities disappeared behind us. Roads narrowed. Mountains rose around the highway. By sunset, dense forests surrounded both sides endlessly. Massive pine trees stretching across black mountains like walls. Then the storm began. Rain hammered the truck hard enough to shake the windows. Wind rolled through the forest constantly. Marcus gripped the steering wheel tighter. "This place feels wrong." Tyler filmed lightning through the passenger window, excitedly. Perfect atmosphere. Lisa stayed unusually quiet in the back seat. She spent most of the drive rereading ranger reports on her phone. Then suddenly, the truck radio shut off by itself. Complete silence filled the vehicle. Marcus frowned. "What happened?" He tapped the dashboard twice. Nothing. Static crackled briefly through the speakers. Then silence again. Tyler checked his phone. No signal anymore. Lisa immediately looked up. "What mile marker are we near?" Marcus glanced outside. 2:14. Lisa's face changed instantly. "What?" She stared toward the road ahead. Most disappearances connected to Black Hollow happened near Route 214. Marcus forced a laugh. "That's comforting." Then lightning flashed through the trees, and something appeared beside the road. A woman, standing motionless between the pines. White hiking clothes soaked by rain. Long black hair hanging over her face. Bare feet covered in mud. Marcus slowed automatically. "What the hell?" The woman slowly lifted her head toward us. White eyes, no pupils. Then she smiled. Tyler whispered, "Keep driving." Marcus hit the gas instantly. The truck sped past her fast enough to spray mud across the road. But through the side mirror, I saw something that made my stomach drop. The woman never moved. Not once. She simply stood there smiling, while watching the truck disappear deeper into the forest. Then the truck radio exploded alive. Static screamed through the speakers. Marcus cursed loudly. What the hell? A voice whispered weakly beneath the static. Don't let it hear you. Tyler's face went pale. Did you hear that? The voice came again, closer this time. Don't answer the forest. Lisa whispered softly. Oh no. Then dozens of voices erupted through the radio together, screaming, laughing, crying. Marcus nearly lost control of the truck. And then, through the storm ahead, we finally saw the entrance to Black Hollow Forest. And the moment the gate appeared between the trees, every bad feeling became real. The entrance to Black Hollow Forest looked abandoned, but it didn't feel abandoned. It felt occupied. A massive rust-covered ranger gate stood crooked between towering pine trees, while storm clouds rolled overhead. The old wooden sign barely remained attached to the fence. Black Hollow National Forest, and spray painted beneath it in giant red letters. Someone had written, "It hears everything." Lightning exploded above the mountains, and for one horrifying second, we saw figures standing between the trees beyond the gate. Dozens of them, motionless silhouettes watching the truck through the rain. Then darkness swallowed them again. Marcus slowed the vehicle automatically. Nobody asked him to. The closer we got to the forest entrance, the heavier the atmosphere became. Even breathing felt strange, like the woods carried pressure inside them. Tyler kept filming through the windshield while rain streaked across the glass. This place is unreal. Lightning flashed again, and this time, the figures appeared closer, tall shapes standing silently between the trees. Watching us, Marcus whispered, "You guys see them too, right?" Nobody answered, because we all saw them. Tyler slowly zoomed the camera toward the woods again. Nothing there now, only darkness and endless rain. Marcus drove farther toward the ranger gate carefully. The chains blocking the entrance hung partially broken already, swaying slowly in the wind. Lisa whispered softly, "We should leave." Tyler laughed nervously. Too late now. Then somewhere deep inside the forest, a siren suddenly screamed alive. Broom. The sound echoed across the mountains like something waking underground. Marcus slammed the brakes immediately. Rain hammered the truck roof while the siren continued blaring through the trees. And then we heard movement in the woods around us. Branches snapping. Heavy footsteps moving through mud. Something large circling the truck beyond the darkness. Tyler whispered, "That's not an animal." Nobody answered, because everybody knew he was right. Then suddenly, the truck headlights flickered once, twice, and died completely. Darkness swallowed us instantly. Marcus cursed loudly. No, no, no. The engine still ran, but every electronic system inside the truck shut off completely. Dashboard dead, radio dead, headlights dead. Nothing worked anymore. Then something tapped softly against Tyler's passenger window. Tap. Everybody froze instantly. Another tap came. Tap. Slow. Patient. Tyler turned toward the glass carefully and nearly screamed. A park ranger stood inches from the window. Old forest uniform soaked by rain. Skin pale gray beneath flickering lightning. Eyes completely white. No pupils. No emotion. Just white eyes staring directly inside the truck. Marcus whispered, "Oh my God!" The ranger smiled slowly, not normal smiling. His mouth stretched too wide, too far. Then he raised one finger toward the woods behind him, like he wanted us to follow. Nobody moved. Nobody breathed. Then the ranger whispered softly. But somehow, despite the storm, we heard every word clearly. "It knows you're here now." Tyler's voice cracked. "What?" The ranger's smile widened unnaturally farther. Then the truck radio exploded alive again. Static screamed through the speakers loud enough to shake the dashboard. And beneath the static, dozens of voices shouted together, "Don't go inside." The ranger outside vanished instantly, gone, like he was never there. Marcus slammed the truck into drive immediately. The tires spun through mud, while the vehicle lurched through the broken ranger gate into Black Hollow Forest. Nobody spoke for several seconds. Then Tyler whispered, "That thing wasn't human." Lightning illuminated the woods again. This time, we saw movement everywhere. Shadow figures pacing silently between trees. Tall shapes standing motionless deeper in the forest. Human silhouettes watching us through fog. The woods looked occupied, not abandoned. Occupied. Marcus parked near an old ranger station reluctantly. Nobody rushed to leave the truck anymore. The forest towered around us beneath the storm. Massive black trees. Dense fog rolling through roots. Darkness stretching endlessly in every direction. And every part of Black Hollow felt like it was watching us. Lisa stared toward the woods silently. Then she whispered something barely audible. "It feels awake." Marcus frowned. "What?" Lisa slowly shook her head. "I don't know." Then another siren suddenly screamed somewhere beneath the forest. Broom. The ground vibrated lightly beneath our feet. Tyler whispered. That came from underground. Then we heard something moving beneath the soil. Slow scraping sounds. Like giant claws dragging beneath dirt. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Marcus grabbed a flashlight from the dashboard. We go in, shoot for 30 minutes, then leave. Tyler nodded immediately. Deal. Lisa didn't answer. She kept staring toward the tree line, because now some of the figures inside the woods were moving closer, watching us. The moment we stepped out of the truck, the smell hit us. Wet earth, rotting wood, rain, and something else beneath it. Something metallic, like fresh blood buried under mud. Tyler filmed the ranger station carefully while wind rolled through the trees. This place is insane. The ranger station door creaked softly in the storm. Beyond it, darkness stretched endlessly through the old building. Marcus pointed his flashlight downward suddenly. Guys! Fresh footprints covered the mud, leading toward the forest trail nearby. Bare human footprints. But something about them looked wrong. The prints were too long, almost stretched unnaturally. Lisa crouched beside one carefully. Then her expression changed immediately. These are fresh. Marcus frowned. That's impossible. Rainwater hadn't filled the prints yet, meaning whoever made them passed through recently. Tyler swallowed hard. We're not alone here. Then a voice whispered softly from the woods nearby. Tyler. Everybody froze. The voice sounded exactly like Tyler's older brother Adam. And Adam died 2 years earlier in a car accident. Tyler's face lost all color instantly. Marcus grabbed his shoulder hard. That wasn't real. The voice came again. Closer now. Help me? Lisa backed away from the trees immediately. Don't answer it. Branches slowly moved apart deeper inside the woods. Darkness waited beyond them. Then we heard footsteps again. Heavy footsteps moving between trees. Thud, thud, thud. Marcus whispered, we should leave. Tyler walked toward the forest anyway. And that single decision changed everything. The deeper we entered Black Hollow, the quieter the world became. No wind, no insects, no birds, nothing. Even our footsteps sounded wrong somehow. Muted, like the forest absorbed sound itself. Flashlight beams barely cut through the fog ahead. Massive trees stretched endlessly into darkness while roots twisted across the ground like veins. Tyler filmed slowly while whispering into the camera. Black Hollow Forest, Oregon, restricted since 1998 after multiple disappearances connected to Sector 14. Then something moved above us. Fast. Marcus swung the flashlight upward instantly. Nothing there, but one massive tree branch slowly bent downward by itself. Crayowhack, Lisa whispered, we're being watched. Then came the whispering, soft voices drifting through the trees around us. Too quiet to understand clearly. At first it sounded random. Then slowly, we realized the voices were repeating our own conversations from earlier inside the truck. Perfectly. This place feels wrong. We should leave. Perfect atmosphere. Marcus stopped walking immediately. No. The whispers continued through the woods around us, using our voices exactly. Tyler whispered, how is that possible? Then every flashlight flickered once, twice, and somewhere far below us underground, a massive impact echoed beneath the forest floor. Boom! The ground shook lightly beneath our feet. Dust drifted from the trees overhead. Tyler pointed the flashlight toward an old warning sign partially hidden beneath roots nearby. Red paint across the wood read, Sector 14, and scratched directly beneath the sign in deep claw marks. Someone had written, "If it uses your voice, don't follow it." Marcus stared at the warning silently. Then a voice whispered directly behind him, "Marcus." Marcus spun around instantly. Nobody there, but his face turned completely pale, because the voice sounded exactly like his mother, and she'd been dead for 11 years. Then the voice came again, softer, closer. "Marcus, baby." Lisa whispered urgently, "Don't listen to it." But somewhere deeper underground, something massive suddenly moved beneath Black Hollow Forest. And this time, all of us felt it. The earth vibrated lightly beneath our boots. Not an earthquake. Footsteps. Huge footsteps. Thud, thud, thud. Slow, heavy, moving somewhere below Sector 14. Tyler whispered, "What the hell is under this forest?" Then suddenly, every tree around us started creaking at the exact same time. Creoake. The sound exploded through Black Hollow like a scream, and all the whispering stopped instantly. Complete silence filled the woods again. Then from somewhere deep underground, a voice echoed upward through the roots. Not loud, but massive, ancient, hungry. "We found you." And every flashlight inside the forest went out.